life light. They wanna see me crash out, yeah, need a life light. But I'm out the country, red eyes, all these knife lights be getting to me. Cause I'm a blessed man, with everything I know, see I can never be a yes man. Why they playing around, I'm just focused on the next plan. Don't compare me to your ex-man, I'm way too marvelous. The gods, who they calling us? Cause we made in his image. Yeah, they push the P, I master P, I got no limits. They waiting on the blessing, I go get it and I bless that shit. They ask the man, I manifest that shit. Yeah. I used to slide through the hood banging.
All right. Do me long, everybody. Hope y'all are doing good. Hope y'all are doing well. I need to I'm gonna stop rubbing my hands in front of this mic. Must be annoying. But in any case, welcome to it. Today we are doing a deep dive into erectile dysfunction. Doing a deep dive into erectile dysfunction. And whenever I do a deep dive, I like to pull out my dirty hat. You're about to do some beautiful work that's very necessary. Erectile dysfunction right now is affecting, let's see, the statistics say that 40% of men right now, currently now, 40% of men. So when we're talking about men, we're talking about the age group of 18 up until 39. 40% of these men are experiencing erectile dysfunction. And then we have 50% of men above the age of 50, above the age of 40, experiencing erectile dysfunction, and 60% of men above the age of 50 experiencing erectile dysfunction. This is no laughing matter. These men that are experiencing erectile dysfunction in their 40s and in their 50s have basically checked out of their sex life. And, if you know, you don't, or maybe you don't know, but most women enter a very interesting stage in their 40s. And, as traditions go, if a man is 50 years old and his wife is 40 years old, he's expected to perform his duties as a husband to his wife when he's experiencing erectile dysfunctions. So this is a very new thing that is happening across the globe. It's not new to South Africa. It's not new to parts of the world. It's happening globally. And it's happening globally, mostly to countries that have adapted the fast life, so to say, right? So today, what I want to do with this live is I want us to actually we won't be too technical, we won't be too complicated. I want to try to keep it as simple as possible. I've already prepared a slideshow And we're just going to look at what are the main causes of erectile dysfunction, talk about those, and then solutions, of course, because we can't have a build without a solution, without solutions. So I'm going to present my solutions. I'm going to present solutions from experts, and hopefully you get to learn something. You take something and you can share that with your brother. You can share that with your cousins, and we all just live our beautiful lives, and have sex well into our deathbeds, whether that's be in the 70s or in our 80s. With that said, before I get started, I want us to do a quick breathwork exercise, just for us to be able to center ourselves. I want you to get your notepad. Get your notepad, everyone. You're gonna need this. If you do want the notes that I've prepared for today, if you do want the notes, just let me know. Send me a DM, and I'll just send you a copy of the notes that I prepared for today. But it's always good to take down notes using your own hand. So with that said, let's get into this breath work for 10 minutes, just for us to center ourselves. That way we can be more open to this information. It's going to increase our focus. So let's go ahead and do this. Love doing breath work. Love doing breath work.
In today's session, we're going to be doing 50-second breath hold.
Let me pause that. So I usually watch lectures and videos in twice the speed. Listen to things twice the speed, especially books and lectures and podcasts. Your brain actually adjusts to it. After like a minute, your brain adjusts to it. And if you listen to things in the normal speed, it sounds very laggy. So this is pretty awesome. Try it out for yourself. But yeah.
3 total rounds with all of our unique breath styles that you've heard so far. Breath number 1 is breath of fire, which is a short, rapid inhale and exhale through the nose, and it sounds like this. And then we're going to shift into alkaline breathing, which is a powerful nose inhale and a sigh of relief out the mouth. It sounds like this. So let's go ahead and get started together now, like this. Breath of fire. Double the speed. Alkaline breathing. Good, powerful breaths. Double the speed. Good, stay with it. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fully inhale. Big exhale right into our breath hold. We're beginning our 50-second breath hold. No air needed. Release all the tension in your body. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Recovery breath in. And exhale. Return to normal breathing. Get ready for round number 2. Let's begin. Breath of fire. Double the speed. Alkaline breathing. Double the speed. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fully inhale. And let it all go. 50-second breath hold. Completely relax. Allow all thoughts to escape your mind. More seconds. 3, 2, 1. Recovery breath in. Big exhale. Return to normal breathing. Get ready for round number 3. Round number 3. Let's begin. Breath of fire. Double the speed. Alkaline breathing. Good, powerful breaths. Double the speed. Good, stay with it. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fully inhale. Big exhale right into our breath hold. We're beginning our 50-second breath hold. No air needed. Release all the tension in your body. Completely relax. More seconds. 3, 2, 1. Recovery breath in. And return to normal breathing. Congratulations on making it through another session. I hope you're feeling energized, full of vitality to take on your day in a better mood and able to handle anything that comes your way. With that being said, thank you for breathing with me today, and I'll see you in the next.
Okay, is the mic on? Is the mic on? Is the sound coming through? Is the sound coming through? Sims, let me know, man. Give me some hearts. Tap on that screen. Let me know. It's just me and you right now. It's just me and you right now. Okay. So basically, we have grounded ourselves. So it's time to get into it. Let me start by saying this, just to get the live going. The best way, or let's say you want to do a self-diagnosis of whether you have erectile dysfunction or not. For you to self-diagnose if you have erectile dysfunction or not is to ask yourself 2 questions. Come on, man. Why do you load the last one? Oh, God. Let's go. Young port. Oh, man. Oh, there we go. Okay, right. So, as you can see, erectile dysfunction causes and solutions. So, I was saying, for you to self-diagnose yourself for erectile dysfunction, you just have to ask yourself 2 questions. The first question is, am I able to have an erection, be aroused for sex? The second question is, am I able to maintain an erection and arousal during sexual intercourse? If you have no for either of those questions, then you have erectile dysfunction. It's as simple as that. So let's keep it moving. So erectile dysfunction is a common condition affecting millions of men. Understanding the causes and available solutions is crucial for addressing the issues effectively, right? So let's get it moving. Yes. Come on now. There we go. So the physical causes of erectile dysfunction. By physical causes, you already know, like things affecting the body. And the great thing about the physical causes of erectile dysfunction is that they are easily treatable. So first is vascular issues, and the second one is medications. Vascular issues, high blood pressure, diabetes, atherosclerosis are common culprits. Let's actually look up what this word means. So we aren't ignorant MFs out here. You know, we are not ignorant. So this is a chronic disease that causes arteries to harden and thicken due to buildup of plaque, right? So that's what atherosclerosis is basically a chronic disease that causes arteries to harden and thicken due to buildup of plaque. So think of plaque as mucus, right? Think of plaque as mucus. And if you were to take mucus and you were to put it into a pipe, and then as that mucus hardens, what does it do? It basically also it's almost like pulls out the water out of the actual pipe, and the pipe will eventually start to cringe, start to dilapidate, right? And this is what happens with your veins, with this condition specifically. So how do you get plaque in your veins? It's mainly through the types of foods that you eat, right? Because you have to remember, what does the blood do? The blood transports oxygen and minerals to your cells all across your body, right? And why does this usually happen with your, with your penis? Why doesn't it affect your leg or your hand? Because obviously your veins run throughout your whole entire body. Now, when you stand up, what's below your belly? It's your penis. So if there was going to be plaque buildup from the foods that you eat, the culprit would be your penis. The first one to get hit is going to be the veins in your penis. Because why? Because gravity is working against it. So obvious gonna go there. And it's also a precursor for heart conditions. So let's keep it moving. So these are common culprits, damaging blood vessels and restricting blood flow to the penis. So as you can imagine, plaque being built up in your veins will eventually cause this. Now, what happens when plaque builds up in your veins? Because of the food that you're eating. Probably the food that you're eating isn't providing enough nutrients. This is how you can get high blood pressure. And most of the times, guys that have high blood pressure usually have erectile dysfunction. We just mask these things by buying a lot of sexual herbs and amapilisi. Like, I talk to a lot of herbalists, my suppliers also. Gents, I know if there's one thing Eli Rekang as gents, you niggas buy mbesu, you buy honey gold weed, you buy ashwagandha, you buy maca, you buy all of these herbs that do help you with erectile dysfunction, with getting aroused and maintaining your erection during sex. Outside taking those herbs, then we have psychological things kicking in. How confident are you without taking those herbs, without taking those pills? That's the psychological factor, but we'll get to that. So medications, certain medications including antidepressants, blood pressure medications, cholesterol medications can interfere with erectile dysfunction, right? So if you're taking medication for any of these, antidepressants, blood pressure, cholesterol, it already tells me that you're already having a very bad situation with your gut. So these aren't really going to what you call this, create a situation where now it's interfering with your erection function. I want you to hear me out. You already have erection dysfunction. You already have erectile dysfunction if you're already taking antidepressants, blood pressure medications, and cholesterol medication. And obviously, there will be outliners, people that are in the 30% percentile, but 70% of people, if you're taking these medications, you already have erectile dysfunction. The medication is just going to make things worse. It's just going to make things worse, right? So let's keep it moving, baby. So ED as an early warning sign, right? In my video to introduce the live that I'll be doing today, I spoke about how if you have erectile dysfunction, 4 years down the line, 70% of guys that have erectile dysfunction, 4 years down the line from the first instance, not exactly 4 years, but give or take 4 years down the line, you will experience either a heart attack or a stroke. You will either experience a heart attack or a stroke. And 70% of patients that have experienced heart attacks and strokes have erectile dysfunction, right? Because there's no actual telltale signs of you actually going to have a heart attack. The only sign that you get is having a heart attack. And that's a dangerous thing about it. So if you have an erectile dysfunction, I would say here's a reason to be happy. You now have an early sign detector. You have detected early that you are having or building up heart issues, and your heart is very vital. So let's keep it moving. ED can be an early warning sign of more serious underlying vascular problems, including silent coronary artery disease, which can lead to heart attacks and strokes within a few years of ED onset, right? So the small penile arteries are more susceptible to blockages than larger arteries in other parts of your body, explaining why ED can manifest before other symptoms of vascular disease. Because, well, the arteries are smaller, right? If you look at your dick when it's erect, it's not busting. It's not busting with huge ass veins. It's not. So yeah. Let's keep it moving, baby. So diabetes and erectile dysfunction. Diabetes is a major contributor to erectile dysfunction, affecting 30% of men. You hear that? So if you remember earlier what I said, 40% of men all around are affected by erectile dysfunction. Now we have this thing here. 30% of men are affected by what? Diabetes. High blood sugar damages small blood vessels and nerves through the body, including those in the penis. This damage can lead to both vascular inefficiency, which is a reduced blood flow, and neuropathy, which is a nerve damage, both of which can impair erectile dysfunction. You need your nerves, you need your veins to work efficiently for you to get an erection, right? Your nerves transport electrical signals to your penis to let it know that, you need to start pumping blood into yourself. We are getting stimulus. We are about to get it on. Let's get it. And your blood vessels are responsible for getting that blood into your penis. So if they're both damaged, you're not going to have a good time. Now, here's another thing about diabetes. A lot of people have lost their limbs. Limbs, I'm talking about they've lost hands. Hands have had to be amputated. Arms had to be amputated. Legs had to be amputated because of this right here. Neuropathy and vascular inefficiency. It gets so stagnant. Blood movement gets so stagnant that you become more susceptible to infections. And eventually, that part of your foot, hand, arm becomes useless. And because we don't want it to spread, what happens? Now, what exactly is spreading? What would be spreading is malignant cells, right? Which is bad cells, dead cells that are becoming more contagious, and they would spread throughout your body, much like an infection. So you have to get it counted. You have to get it cut, amputated. You could lose your hands, your legs, arms, feet, just from diabetes. And if you lose these things because of diabetes, you could also lose your penis because of diabetes. And I want that to sink in. You can lose your penis because of diabetes. Get it chopped off to save your life. Because, yeah, wow, so much is happening. Why am I? Okay. Now, let's look at the physiological causes of erectile dysfunction. Two main things, right? There's two main things. So the first category is your stress, your anxiety, and your depression. Stress can negatively impact hormonal levels, neurotransmitter function, and blood flow, all of which are crucial for achieving and maintaining an erection. Stress is a mud. It is a mud. You need to find ways to regulate yourself, better ways to regulate yourself, because here's the thing about stress also that this doesn't talk about is that it creates a very vicious cycle, right? A lot of us, we learned to deal with our stress through food, and not just any type of food, specifically food that is sweet, fatty, salty. This is how we learned how to deal with stress. Also, don't forget the beverages, right? Don't forget the beverages. Now, what all of this food does is clog up, create plaque in our arteries. You get erectile dysfunction down the line because of that. It hits your self-esteem. You go get amabilis. You pusa amabilis. These pills themselves, the non-natural ones, they cause damage to your body, right? They cause damage to your cells, to your veins. You become dependent on these. The more dependent you become on them, the less confident you are in your sex game. You become what? Anxious about your sexual performance, which is the second thing, right? You become anxious about your sexual performance. Actually, let me do this because I'm blocking. Should I make myself smaller? Let me just move myself. Yeah, let me just move myself. Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, then you find yourself in a situation where now you have anxiety about sexual performance. Fear of failure can lead to increased anxiety and further erectile difficulties, creating a vicious cycle, like I just said. And so when you experience anxiety about sexual performance, what do? You run back to the same foods that are causing the erectile dysfunction on a physical level. Do you see the cycle? Do you see the cycle? So here, meditation, breath work, affirmations, right? And just basically fixing the physical part of it, that's the only way out of the physiological or the psychological cause of erectile dysfunction. That is going to be your only way out. So that's it. Let's keep it moving. So treating erectile dysfunction, a multifaceted approach. So this is by experts. So for me to actually put together this presentation, I looked at a couple of sources. It was, I think, about 5 sources, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 sources. One of the sources, let me see, by Dr. Peter Attias, and I forgot what the other guy's name is, but in case. And then the other source from Dr. Michael Eisenberg, the other source from Dr. Reina Malik, and the other source from the Cleveland Clinic Virtual Men's Health, which is Virtual Men's Health event, right? So these are the sources that I used for me to get this information, right? And then I just wanted to put together this whole thing and then just also provide my own insight. For as someone who has experienced erectile dysfunction, I'm 35 years old, turning 36 later on this year. I experienced erectile dysfunction when I was 27, 28, around that age, right? And I stayed with it for like 2 to 3 years, and that's just me, like I was telling you, like taking pills, taking herbs. My confidence in my sex game was shot. Was really shot. I developed a dependency for these things, right? And eventually fixed it by, I'll tell you later. Let's get through this first, right? So treating erectile dysfunction. Treating ED often involves a multifaceted approach, addressing both the physical and the psychological factors. Lifestyle modifications, including weight loss, smoking cessation, which is stopping, or ukwehlisa, stress management, regular exercise, can significantly improve your erectile function. Medical interventions like type 5 inhibitors and intraversal injections and penile implants are available for cases where lifestyle changes are inefficient or insufficient, or when organic ED is the primary cause, right? And these are like last thing that you want to do. The last things that you want to do. The PDE5, which is the phosphodiesterase. Just bafowethu. Yeah. Phosphodiesterase type 5 inhibitors, right? Can't even pronounce this thing. Well, I can. I just did it poorly. I practice, I could do it better. And then you have injections and implants. The implants are really interesting. The implants was really interesting. It's like become like a whole bionic man. The implant basically, it is what it is. It's an implant. It's a 1-hour surgery where they put in this thing into your penis, and then they put a trigger into your balls, and then they put salt solution into like right under your bladder. So whenever you want to have an erection, you literally find the trigger that's implanted in your nutsack. You press on that trigger, and it inflates your penis. What? What? Bionic man. And once you are done, you press the trigger. I'm not laughing at the people that have this, because a lot of guys in their 50s have this. I think 30% of guys that have erectile dysfunctions in their 50s have this implant. I'm not laughing at you guys. I just really find it funny. It was like, way, like I just learned this today, that they have such a treatment. Blew my mind. That's what I'm saying. Man, why did this thing switch over to this? Man. Hold on, guys. I don't know why this thing keeps switching over. I don't know why it keeps switching over. Come on now. Come on. Apply. Behave, bro. Behave yourself. Hi, Prophet. I'm on TikTok. Oh, sorry, Sims. I don't know why this thing just chose to act like that. Just chose to act out on a brother. Ah, my word. There we go. Coolio. So, like I was saying, right? Let me just expand this. So yeah. So there's a couple of things that you need to look at. So like I was saying, so lifestyle modifications, right? So this means that now you want to start, losing weight, stop smoking cigarettes, start managing your stress better. Get in regular exercise, and this should basically help you out, right? And what it doesn't mention is diet. Diet is very important. As I mentioned earlier, the foods that you eat clog up your arteries, which can lead to erectile dysfunction because you need your arteries to be clear for your blood to flow. That way you can get an erection and you can hold an erection. And also, just for extra points, for the psychological part, porn. If porn becomes an issue to the point that you can get an erection when you are watching porn, but you are unable to get an erection when you're having sex, porn is a problem right there. It's a problem right there. Also, then the thing about porn that every guy needs to know about is that if you are continually watching another guy have sex with a girl that you are attracted to, not because you're watching the porn for the girl, right? Hurricane and smash. If not, then hey, I'm not judging you. I'm not judging, but it just goes to say, you see someone attractive, a girl. The natural order would be for you to approach the girl and try to smash. And if she wants to smash and it's consentful, you guys smash. Now, when you're watching porn, you're watching not yourself, but you're watching another man smash the girl that you want. So you eventually will develop a fetish for not necessarily sleeping with women, but watching women getting fucked. Don't ask me. There's people that actually have this thing. Don't ask me how I know. But yeah, let's keep it moving. Right. So lifestyle modifications to prevent and treat erectile dysfunction. You need to maintain a healthy weight because obesity is a significant risk factor for erectile dysfunction as it contributes to hormonal imbalances, cardiovascular disease, and reduced blood flow. So get yourself the Slim Fit Blend tea off of my website. I'm going to be publishing a 100-day reset detox on my website Sunday. So get that and just challenge yourself for 100 days to just detox your body, cleanse your body, give yourself a proper reset. That's one of the solutions that I want to bring to you guys, but I'll talk about it later. Adopt a healthy heart-healthy diet. So eating nutritious diet that supports cardiovascular health is crucial for preventing and treating erectile dysfunction because the two are linked. It's blood flow, baby. It's blood flow. The Mediterranean diet has shown to improve endothelial function and reduce inflammation. So the Mediterranean diet is a diet that is high in fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes. That is a Mediterranean diet, and lower the risk of cardiovascular disease. And then thirdly, engage in regular exercise. Regular physical activity improves blood flow, strengthens the cardiovascular system, reduces stress, and helps to maintain a healthy weight. It's also been shown that regular exercise can actually help with depression. People that are mostly depressed, they usually don't go to the gym. And people that go to the gym don't usually get depressed. There's a correlation, a very direct correlation. When you go and work out and you put your body under stress, whether it's through weight training, whether it's cardiovascular exercise, your muscles secrete a certain hormone into your bloodstream. It's called the hope hormone. This hormone literally helps you to build resilience. So don't sleep on that. Let's keep it moving. So actions, additional things just to consider, right? Early morning light exposure. Getting early morning sunlight can help to regulate your circadian rhythm, which is a topic for another day. Or just go and do your research on the circadian rhythm, and optimize testosterone production, potentially benefiting erectile function. And then supplements. Some supplements like L-citrulline, ashwagandha, tongkat ali have shown promise in supporting erectile function, and libido. However, the evidence is limited. Supplement quality can vary, so make sure it says consult your healthcare professional before using supplements. However, most of the time, your healthcare provider doesn't really know about ashwagandha, tongkat ali. They'll probably try to subscribe you something that's pharmaceutical. And as we have read before, pharmaceutical drugs can be really bad for your erection. So ashwagandha, tongkat ali, if you have a reliable supplier and you know that this is my herbalist and they have good herbs, hit them up. If you don't, you can also hit me up. I can get you a mixture of ashwagandha, maca, honey goat weed, and sea moss. This is what I take on a daily basis, but I do a rotation when I take this. I'll take this for a month and stop for a month because there's ashwagandha in it, right? Ashwagandha should not be taken on a continual basis every day, all day. You should give your body a break from ashwagandha so that your body can actually learn how to self-regulate itself. And you can do these things by doing breath work. Breath work actually releases the same types of chemical compounds that help you to calm down and build resilience and deal with stress. So just something to consider. And then, of course, open communication with your partner. Discussing erectile dysfunction with your partner can alleviate the stress and foster understanding and encourage a collaborative approach to finding solutions. This is so freaking important. This is so freaking important. I was talking to this lady at work, and she was telling me about her husband, Uguti. When they first met, her husband had an issue with lasting long and also maintaining an erection during sex, right? And this went on for like a couple of months, and then it stopped. And then all of a sudden, this guy now is lasting super long. And she was happy about it. She was really, really happy about it, you know. And then only years later does he then tell her that, hey, I've actually been using these things for years. So they have a child who's 7 years old, right? So that means this guy for 7 years has been taking amabilisi, certain herbs, all just to be able to please this woman. And I commend that, but at the same time, because let me just say I commend that, but you've been damaging your body all along, and you haven't been actually fixing the root cause of that issue. If you want to learn how to last longer, Actually, let me not talk about that. But if you want to learn how to get aroused and maintain your arousal, not even learn, it's natural. Just fix your body. Do these things that I'm talking about in this video or on this live, right? And you should be fine. So, and also just talking just really helps take the pressure off. I know that sometimes my first round can be really quick. And any woman that I'm sleeping with, I tell her that, yo, the first round is going to be trash. And that takes so much pressure off. So much so that sometimes I'll even last longer. Because the pressure is, especially in especially in HSLs. And a lot of women have an experience with, have experienced that men just generally become fast. So, chances are she'll understand. But you have to make it up with the second round. You have to show up, my boy. You have to show up on the second round. And make sure on the first round before you even come that at least if you want to learn how to do that, I have a live coming for you on Thursday, but that's going to be on my Instagram, because whenever I talk about sex on this app, I get banned. So I'm not going to do that anymore. Okay. And I think that's about it. That's all of it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the whole presentation, right? How can I say this? Oh yeah. So my solutions, right? My solution. So when I had erectile dysfunction, how I eventually got over it and fixed it is that I found this book called The Tao of Health, Sex and Longevity. From this, I understood how my health affects my sexual life and my longevity. So I took it upon myself to do a 7-day water fast suggested by the book. And after the 7-day water fast, I was a brand new man. Literally, in so many ways. That's when I actually started pumping out content, right? Like I was a brand new man. So what I have, because that's a bit extreme and not a lot of people, have the time, because you might need to isolate yourself and have someone to take care of you, especially if you've never done a detox before, right? I wouldn't actually recommend it. If you've never done a detox, if you've never done intermittent fasting, I wouldn't recommend you do a water fast, right? Unless you've done different types of fast before, then, this would be a level up, a step up. So with that said, I have a 100-day challenge, a 100-day detox, reset detox, that I'll be uploading this Sunday for purchase. It's going to be priced super cheap, $200, and it's going to come with, recipes that you can or cannot use, but the guideline is clear cut. There's resources from breathing exercises. Just there's resources in the whole thing. So I want you to check that out Sunday when it comes out. If you might not see it on my TikTok, I'd say click on the link on my bio, and you should see a link to join my WhatsApp group. It's just a general WhatsApp group where I do announcements. It's not really active, but when I have important announcements, whether it's a new product launch, whether it's some activity, a detox I'm trying to do, something significant, I post it there, so when I do finally release the 100-day detox reset, I will also post the link to it in the WhatsApp group. So make sure you tap into the WhatsApp group, and don't expect too much in the WhatsApp group. Please don't expect now we're going to have a very interactive, chitty-chatty WhatsApp group. I think it'll get to that as it grows. There's not a lot of people in it right now. So yeah, just something to consider. So yeah, erectile dysfunction, how to fix it. So you don't have to go to men's clinic, which is very dodgy for me. Men's clinic perfect is very dodgy. You don't have to go to main clinics. You don't have to go to any. This information that I presented to you guys is information from experts. information from experts in the field of male sexual health, right? Guys that are studying this, doing studies on this, finding solutions for this. That's how I discovered that solution where, that implant, that penis implant, where you press a button and then it triggers a whole erection. Blew my mind when I first saw that. Completely blew my mind. But that's what I'm saying, is that this information is from experts. I also have my own insights from my own personal experience, and I just wanted to add that, and just give you more value. And also remember, if you want this presentation as it is for you to keep it, just send me a DM and I'll send you the presentation. Just don't expect me to send you the presentation today, because after this whole situation, please share notes, gotta run. Okay, now just send me a DM, my brother. Send me a DM and I'll share the notes. I'll share the notes with you. But yeah, with that said, I'm gonna call it a night. There's other things that I also need to do, so with that said,